Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the supernatural horror film Last Shift, directed by Anthony DiBlasi. The movie follows rookie police officer Jessica Lauren, who is assigned one final duty before an old police station is permanently closed. Her task seems simple: remain at the station overnight and wait for a hazardous waste crew to collect some remaining evidence. However, as the night progresses, Jessica begins experiencing disturbing visions, strange phone calls, and supernatural events connected to a cult that terrorized the town years earlier. What starts as a quiet night shift quickly turns into a nightmare. Juliana Harkavy, who portrays Jessica Lauren, delivers a good performance. Her character is inexperienced, isolated, and carrying the emotional burden of her father's death, who was once a respected officer. The movie does a good job of making her feel vulnerable without making her completely helpless. Her determination to complete her assignment despite increasingly bizarre events makes her easy to root for. But at times, you wonder, would it not just be easier to leave the station? The audience experiences the horror through her perspective, which helps build tension and uncertainty throughout the film. The primary antagonist is the lingering influence of the cult leader known as John Michael Payman and the supernatural forces connected to him. Rather than relying on a physical villain stalking the protagonist, the film uses psychological torment and paranormal manipulation. The evil presence seems to know Jessica's fears and exploits them relentlessly. This makes the threat feel unpredictable because neither Jessica nor the audience knows what's real and what's a hallucination. The plot is fairly straightforward: one location, one protagonist, and one increasingly terrifying night. What works well is the gradual escalation. The film doesn't immediately throw everything at the viewer. It starts with small, unsettling incidents before escalating into full-blown supernatural chaos. The simplicity of the story works in its favor. The audience isn't distracted by multiple subplots or unnecessary characters. Everything revolves around Jessica's experience inside the station. The dialogue isn't at all memorable, but it serves its purpose. Most conversations are designed to establish information, build the station's history, or increase Jessica's sense of isolation. Because much of the movie features Jessica alone, dialogue takes a backseat to atmosphere and visual storytelling. Fortunately, the script avoids excessive exposition and allows the horror to speak for itself. The screenplay understands that horror often works best when less is explained. Rather than providing detailed answers for every supernatural event, the script leaves room for interpretation. This ambiguity helps maintain the mystery surrounding the cult and the station's dark history. The pacing is also effective, although some may think it is slow in the first act. The film relies heavily on psychological and supernatural horror, creepy imagery, disturbing hallucinations, jump scares, and claustrophobic atmosphere. The abandoned police station becomes a character in itself. Empty hallways, flickering lights, distant noises, and unexplained appearances create a constant sense of dread. Unlike many modern horror films that depend entirely on loud jump scares, Last Shift combines jump scares with genuine atmosphere and tension. Several scenes remain unsettling long after they've ended because of how effectively the movie uses practical effects, sound design, and disturbing visuals. So what are our final thoughts on the film? Last Shift is an impressive low-budget horror film that proves atmosphere can be more terrifying than expensive special effects. A strong lead performance, effective pacing, unsettling imagery, and a constantly escalating sense of dread make this one of the better supernatural horror films of the 2000s. While the dialogue isn't particularly memorable, and some viewers may want more concrete explanations, the movie succeeds where it matters most. It creates fear. If you're a fan of isolated location horror, psychological terror, and supernatural hauntings, Last Shift is definitely worth watching. What did you think of the movie? Did it scare you, or were you left wanting more answers? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.